On this episode of Inside Roane State, tuition or financial aid refunds now available electronically. Adult education students reach a milestone. And we're off to fitness boot camp. This is Inside Roane State for July 2012. Roane State is participating in the Summer Jobs Plus program, an initiative from the Obama administration for businesses, nonprofits, and governments to work together to provide pathways to employment for low-income and disconnected youth in the summer of 2012. The Bureau of Labor Statistics reported that last summer, 48.8% of youth 16 to 24 were employed. That's more than 10% less than 5 years ago and more than 15% less than 10 years ago. Roane State is hosting youth employability seminars focusing on resume writing, teamwork, conflict resolution, and other important items. These services are being provided to more than 35 young people across the 10 counties that Roane State serves.
The students hopefully should walk away with opportunities for either internships or paid employment with other government agencies or employers, but before they can take advantage of those opportunities, they need to know how to develop and expand on their work ethic and their employability skills. And so that's where Roane State steps in by providing those skill sets to the youth that participate.
More information is available at the Summer Jobs Plus website, www.dol.gov/summerjobs. You can watch videos from celebrities, Obama administration officials, and others sharing their first job experiences at www.whitehouse.gov/economy/jobs/summerjobs. Of particular local interest might be the video from Rockwood native and White House Deputy Chief of Staff Nancy Ann DeParle. Roane State students who are receiving tuition or financial aid refunds now have the option of receiving those funds electronically. Danny Gibbs, the Vice President for Business and Finance, says the program makes the refund process more flexible for each student.
Really, there are three options with this program. It's all about giving flexibility for students. They have the option of the prepaid debit card. They also have the option of direct deposit into their personal checking account, and if they want, they can still receive a paper check. The debit card is a better option. Historically, we've used paper checks. We mail those. Invariably, you'll have problems. There'll be checks that are lost in the mail, bad addresses. The check just never gets to the student. At that point, we have to stop payment and reissue, and it just causes more delays for the students. And we just feel like this is a better option all around, eliminates those hassles for our students. Additionally, the student can also receive an electronic notification either through email or text when the funds are applied to their debit card, so it lets them know immediately when the funds are available.
Each debit card is accepted wherever Discover cards are accepted. It's reloadable for future semesters, can be used for ATM withdrawals, and allows 24-hour access to funds. Cards for students enrolled for fall semester will be mailed a few weeks before the start of fall classes.
There are a lot of things that students need to do before the fall semester begins to be prepared, but there really are 5 things that they can remember that can help them the most. We're asking students to be proactive. Students really are their greatest advocate. We ask that they check their RadarNet regularly, even if they think they've completed all of their requirements. There are many times when things can change, and it's better to go ahead and take care of those things as soon as possible. We ask them to ask questions, especially if they're not sure about something. Be mindful of deadlines. If a deadline passes, there's really not always a lot that we can do to help them. Financial aid priority deadline this year is August 1st. The last day to register is August 28th, and the last day to withdraw from classes for the full refund is August 26th. So those are some 3 very important deadlines, but there's always deadlines to remember. Be ahead of the game. The sooner you finish your requirements for financial aid and admissions, the better. Most people don't realize this, but August really is late. So it's better that you take care of it as soon as possible. Be organized, make an academic plan and stick to it. We have great, easy transfer pathways to follow and degree plans. Please, it's better to limit your major changes. It'll keep you on track better, and also keep in mind if you're using financial aid, there are lifetime limits on Pell. So if you take too many classes outside of your plan, you might end up running out of money. And lastly, but I think most importantly, be proud of yourself. Students here have chosen to enrich their future through education, and we're just really happy that they've chosen Roane State. Students are welcome to contact us here at Roane State on the Roane County campus, as well as any of our other 9 campuses. You can also go to our website and you can email us, and we welcome questions. We really want students to ask us if they're not sure.
Roane State students can take advantage of Tennessee transfer pathways, clear-cut curriculum guides to help students efficiently manage their time at Roane State in preparation for transfer to a four-year college or university.
The Tennessee transfer paths are wonderful advising guides for students for their course selection. If they're planning to transfer to a four-year college or university, and even some of the private schools in Tennessee, it gives them a very clear idea of the courses that they need to take to be able to transfer to those schools in a particular discipline or major. The pathways spell out specifically what a student would need to take in a particular career field like mass comm, the basic courses, the English, the math, the speech, the science courses, and there's a guarantee that those will transfer to the university and will count towards their bachelor's degree.
Students who follow the pathways are guaranteed admission as juniors to any Tennessee Board of Regents school, including Austin Peay, MTSU, ETSU, TSU, Tennessee Tech, and the University of Memphis, as well as to most UT schools and a growing list of private colleges and universities.
A lot of the private schools have jumped on board because they had a lot of the same requirements for the same majors. So the organization TACUA, the private schools, not-for-profit, they have decided to adopt the Tennessee transfer pathways as well for their students.
Coming into compliance with the Tennessee transfer pathways meant that about 150 course titles and numbers at Roane State had to be modified, but it also meant that a few new courses were added.
We now have Intro to Animal Science and Intro to Plant Science, and hope to expand our agriculture two-year program.
The goal of the Tennessee transfer pathways is to help students meet their educational goals on time and on budget.
I think it's taken a lot of the mystery out of planning their courses for their first 2 years. They have a very clear guide of what they can take and what will go to the university. So if the student will come in and really look at the transfer pathway, they have that guarantee that those courses will count at that four-year college or university. So that's definitely a very positive thing both for Roane State and the student.
Coming up next, mass communication students tour CNN, and the Princess Theater shines again. Stick around.